Hey, hello, beautiful people. How you doing today? Yeah, listen, guys. We don't know what is going to happen yet in Africa, but it looks like a revolution is taking place. Revolution is going to take place. The West, the Britain, the US, the France, all the European unions who call themselves the G7, they are G20. They're not G7 because why? They have no resources. All they're doing is looting and stealing and looting and stealing. And then the people they're stealing from, they're waking up now, say, enough of your stealing. You've been stealing from us for 60 years, and all the money you're getting from our resources, and that's how you guys call yourself G7. And then you know that when they give Africa a little aid, they're going to, oh, we've just given Africa aid. No, it's because of what they're stealing from them. They will give them 5%. You can't believe that France has been stealing the uranium of Guinea or Nigeria for over 60 years. And whatever France says out of it, 95% of the total amount stays in France and 5% stays in Africa, in Nigeria. Yeah. And do you all understand? I swear that every time you hear American or France and all these so-called G7 Western countries saying about democracy, our interest, do you know why they're saying that? Is because of the puppet who we have in Africa are their gatekeepers. So every time you touch those puppets, they will like, oh, democracy is being trampled upon. Democracy, because why? Those are the puppets in Africa. So every time you kick the ass of the puppet in Africa, you hear them crying because they know that interest has been tampered with. And if you're hearing, America will say American interest first. American interest should be in American land, not in other people's sovereignty. And France interest should be in France, not in other people's sovereignty, yeah? But it's all fake. They got nothing. Everything they've been taking from Africa for over 60 years, 400 years of slavery. We say we've gotten independent, which is not true. France colonized 14 countries in Africa. 14. And out of these 14 countries, four are waking up with young, dynamic, and energetic military officers. They have taken over the mantle of the leadership of their countries. We're talking about Burkina Faso. We're talking about Captain Ibrahim Traore. Captain Ibrahim Traore, the president of Republic of Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore, that is a guy that we all should be looking forward for. We're talking about Guinea. We're talking about Mali. We're talking about Nigeria right now, which is the current one, and that is the one that is putting everybody right now on stable feet. You'll be thinking, why Nigeria? Of course, we're not surprised. We know the reason. Okay, the current Nigeria selected president, he wasn't elected. The current old man, that old man you've seen, every time he goes to the meeting, he's having a nap. The selected Nigerian president, he didn't win election. In order for him to solidify his seat, he's dancing to the tune of the West, knowing fully the consequences, knowing fully what the West are after, the interest of the West, but he wants to give them Africa. He is a new puppet now on the block. And also, unfortunately, to say Ghana, the Ghanaian president as well. I don't know why they're scared. They're scared. They just want to do this to like, oh yeah, the guys, military is not allowed. Democracy is what we want. Military is not allowed.
But first, a story that no one's talking about is the massive pipeline that is nearly set to go online. Now, it starts in Nigeria. It flows through Niger on its way up into Europe. Chevron in the United States have already invested $13 billion into this pipeline. And guess what, guys? After the Nord Stream pipeline destruction, Chevron stepped up production to get this up and running. Hey, we'll speed this up. We'll fast track this. And now the people of Niger are saying, wait a second. Why are we going to allow a pipeline to flow right through our country so Europe can have natural gas? You are doing nothing for us. You continue to steal from us. Sorry, no more pipeline. This is why Europe is terrified this morning. The United States already blew up the Nord Stream pipeline, put their own pipeline into action in Africa. Smart business move, right? We'll just blow up the competition. Imagine Walmart doing that to Target stores. Yeah, we're just going to blow up those stores. Now you got to shop at Walmart. And now Niger is saying, hey, sorry, you're not going to use our country to transport your natural gas into Europe. Get out of here. So Europe is facing catastrophe with no Nord Stream pipeline coming from Russia any longer, and now the threat of this pipeline being shut down through Africa. This was their salvation, this pipeline. And then add into it uranium and Europe's nuclear power. The United States gets over 50% of its uranium from Russia, despite all of the sanctions that the United States has placed against Russia. They left uranium off the list. I love this. I love that they chose to sanction every other thing, but they left uranium off the list because we need it so badly. We need it desperately. Why? The United States is so heavily dependent on Russia for uranium that Putin could literally flip a switch, literally destroy the American economy by turning off the lights. A major backup resource of uranium is Niger. The French, the United States, have been essentially stealing uranium from African countries for decades. And again, these countries are saying enough is enough. We are sovereign countries. Get out of here. We are going to keep our own minerals and make our own decisions. And Russia is giving them that option right now. We want you to keep your sovereignty. We want you to be an independent country, not a slave to the West.
Oh, yeah, did you hear that? They've got nothing. France got nothing. And that's why they're crying. America being their partners in crime on all the G7, their partners in crime. They're from NATO. Yeah? So when they find out that they couldn't get a hold of you, you're not dancing to that tune, they're going to look for sanction upon sanction to put sanction in your country. And if not taken, they're going to say, okay, we're suspecting that you're creating a nuclear weapon. Before you know, NATO will sign an agreement that will start bombing your countries. And that's what happened in Libya. That's what happened in Iraq. At the end of the day, they didn't find nothing in Libya. They didn't find nothing in Iraq. Look at the devastation they caused in that country. Libya used to be a beautiful country before. It's still beautiful, but they messed up that country. The war tore apart Libya completely. And that is the plan of the Western countries, the G7, the Great Britain, and all of them. And this is why the young energies, the young, dynamic, and able African leaders, military officers have taken over. Say, enough. How long are we going to keep starving? Africa is blessed with every natural resources, but we are still poor people. Why? The looters. Yeah? The oppressed now are asking the oppressors, when are you going to take your foot off my neck? You've taken it for 60 years. Isn't that enough? If you go to France, you go to Canada, US, Australia, Germany, London, UK, beautiful. Our money they're stealing from Africa. Our motherlands, they're stealing our treasuries, looting everything we got, natural resources, diamond, everything. However, they bring it to the country to better the life of the people. Why can't they do the same thing in Africa where they're stealing this stuff from? Maybe we could have, okay, at least you're using the same money. No. Where they're going to come steal your property, steal everything, and they're going to keep 95% to themselves and 5% is for you. Yeah, democracy. Africans are waking up. The world is awakening. Enough is enough. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We all say we want peace. Don't laugh at me, guys. Just having fun. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've come to the conclusion of this video. I want to say thank you so much for watching. And if this is your first time, please kindly like, give a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. It's all about Africa for now. We'll bring you the current situation happening within the globes, especially Africa, because that is what is happening right now. We don't know what could happen the next 10 minutes. We don't know who's going to fire the first shot. The Wagner right now, they're in Nigeria. Of course, they say they are ready to back Niger. France is there, Americans are there flying in their fighting jet. But I'm so surprised. I'm surprised which of the African countries that is giving safe landing to America, knowing fully that America and France, the mission is to come and destroy their fellow African brothers. And another African country is giving them safe landing. So that means that is where they're going to be landing to take off to go throw that bomb in anywhere of the target. Like I said, I'm proud being a black man, but sometimes I'm like, they're using the black to kill the black. They're puppet. They have blacks, they have their puppets. So if you don't agree with them, America will control bomb on you. And if you agree with them, as long as you agree to be the gatekeeper and the puppet, you keep giving them information, selling out your own people. Exactly what happened 400 years ago. Like I said, slavery was a choice. Exactly what happened 400 years ago when the kings and queens and the leaders of Africa were being manipulated with money, umbrella, wines, mirror. Yeah, those are the things that the European people gave them in order for them to take their own fellow brothers and sisters as slaves. And then they started giving them monetary as well, little pennies here and there. Yeah, blacks need to wake up. Africans need to wake up. Mother Africa has suffered a lot. It is time that we need to put our eggs in one basket. For those that are selling us out, it is time we start kicking them out. You can't keep selling us. Africa has suffered for 400 years, and they keep looting and keep stealing from us. And the young military officers are like, enough is enough. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Big up. Thanks for watching. Please hit a like and share. Subscribe to my channel, J Ezo Expression, and comment below. Thank you for watching J Ezo Expression. Big up.